Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Jeremy Lee speaking. It's my Module 3 response video. I am actually going to respond mostly to Tim, as Tim's comments kind of really reflect a bit of what I'm doing for my social justice project. And so I want to kind of touch on that because it's really close to what my conversation's about. So my social justice project is working with African American men who identify as gay or bisexual, and even as I've kind of worked more specifically with students at PWIs compared to HBCUs. And so one issue that comes into play with those students is religion. It really is a touchy topic. I think that I've learned a lot from my students who I've worked with and talked to, because a lot of them feel like they're not able to really come out or be accepted by their families because of their religion, or they live lives in their closet by choice because they are religious and are religiously based. And so that idea of having religion and sexual orientation like coexist is a very touchy topic. It gets very nerve-wracking. I think one thing you said that really got me was you said on how in public institutions you find folks who may have a certain type of religion as well as sexual orientation, or whatever have you, and they want to coexist in a safe space. I think that I read a research study on students who identify as gay or bisexual, and they're African American men, and they're at PWIs. And the study kind of basically showed that students who are both oftentimes have to form that sense of community to really adapt well in college, and they want the community to be accepting of both. However, they choose that one will not be the other way. Either the gay community will be racist toward them, or the black community will not be accepting of their sexuality. And so when it comes down to it, of the 11 students, 7 of the 11, actually all 11 of the students actually said they would much rather be a part of the race-based community and closet or conceal their sexual identity. I think it's kind of wild. You would like to see a sentence specific to that, but on the other side, we try and create spaces where students are able to kind of be themselves regardless of what they are. We can really spend a lot of money on spaces and run out of rooms. And so I really feel like in our case, what we need to do is, when we have these safe spaces, that we still take the time to educate each one. So in my mind, if I have like a center like Upperman, I'm going to educate the people who work at Upperman on safe practices for people who are LGBTQIA, or for students who might have other things going on, atheist students, Catholic students, whatever have you. I'm going to educate them regardless, because every student that comes in may be black or may not be black, but the student may have other things happening as well that they need to feel included for. And if I am actually working in the office, I'm going to ensure the students who are there are also aware of what the differences are between students. I think that's a good way to really kind of work and make sure that everyone feels that they're part of the group. Other than that, when it comes to like religious-wise things, it is touchy. For those who do not know, I am a part of the 80s Zion Church, which is a very religious church. And other than church, we also have an institution that's known as Livingstone College. Livingstone College is in Salisbury, about 1,500 students. It's very religious. And so Livingstone, I applied as a admissions counselor and asked like questions around how they are inclusive of LGBT students, even though they're a private school. And the answers were pretty much like, we're not having that. Actually, I did not get that job because I asked those kind of questions. But it gets touchy because a religious school can say we're not going to tolerate this kind of action, what you can and cannot do, and they have somewhat of a right to that institution, but there are still levels of civil rights that must be followed, or else we can't get them into lawsuits. So I think that's kind of where that falls. Also within students' cases, if you realize in my eyes that a student is gay or bisexual or whatever have you at an institution, or they even question their religion at the religious institution, it happens. There's a way you approach them to make sure they feel welcome and included. And I think the best thing is to find them a community where they can be themselves and they can love themselves. You might have professors or faculty who may not agree, or certain staff members who may not agree. There's a sense of community there regardless. And still opening the students' eyes to the fact that although this institution is very selective in what ideals they uphold, we still, as an institution at work, are going to have to respect everyone and everyone all the same. So that's how I handle religion versus sexual orientation personally. I think that sense of community and making sure the community can surpass all of those kind of other issues behind sexual orientation or whatever have you. So those are my thoughts. Thank you all. Have a good afternoon.